Shalom. It is May, which means it's that time of the year when everybody is busy thinking about gifts. Gifts for Mother's Day, gifts for Father's Day, graduation gifts. It's also that time of the year when we read Parashat Nasso, which also talks about gifts, the gifts that the tribes brought for the dedication of the tabernacle in the wilderness. After leaving Egypt, after the construction of the tabernacle, each tribe brought gifts. What did they do? They all brought the same gifts. Each and every day, each one of the tribes was assigned to bring its gifts, and the list repeats itself. Pretty tedious, pretty boring, pretty repetitive. After all, today we make a point of trying to be individual, creative, express ourselves through our gift giving, and yet the Torah puts an emphasis on sameness and redundancy, and we wonder why the same gifts. Perhaps it's in order to make sure that nobody thinks that the Torah favors one tribe over another. And yet, the Midrash must have understood that there was a need for that individual creative spark, because the Midrash teaches us that, in fact, while it seems like each tribe brought the same exact gifts and offerings each day, the way each tribe brought its gift somehow reflected the values, the history, the character, the culture of each individual tribe. So if every tribe brought a bowl, perhaps one particular tribe brought a bowl that reflected its commitment to the study of Torah, while a different tribe brought a bowl that showed its involvement with leadership amongst the Israelites at that time. Sometimes we run across something similar in our own day, because we live in a religious civilization that teaches routine. For example, in our parasha, in Parashat Nasso, we find Birkat HaKohanim, the priestly blessing, a blessing which in some communities gets recited every single day of the week, and in some communities gets heard every Erev Shabbat when parents bless their children using the words of Birkat HaKohanim. Some of my favorite memories of the synagogue are when my children would hide under my talit when the Kohanim would get up and use the words of Birkat HaKohanim in front of the whole congregation. But my favorite memories were coming home Friday night and just before making Kiddush, having my children line up and blessing each one of them using the words of Birkat HaKohanim. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and guard you. Ye'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May God cause His countenance to shine upon you. And Ye'er Adonai panav elecha v'esen lecha shalom. May God give you grace, and may God grant you the blessings of peace. What beautiful, beautiful sentiments, and to say them week after week, the same way it might sound routine, and it might sound like I was saying the same blessing for each and every child in order to show that there was no favoritism shown for any one of the children. But every time I blessed each child, every time I put my hands on one of my children's foreheads, I also pulled that child's head close to mine. And after reciting the words of Birkat HaKohanim, I also mumbled under my breath a personal prayer, depending on the needs of that moment, my child's needs, my needs. I said something, I did something in order to make that moment unique. So I was able to somehow turn that routine blessing, the same blessing that everybody shared, into a special blessing, into a special gift. So that the gift of Shabbat, which was supposed to be one and the same and equal for all, also became a unique blessing and a unique gift which I could bestow upon each and every child in order to build a special relationship with each and every one of my children. Birkat HaKohanim ends with a blessing for peace, a wish for peace for each one of us, and that is how I leave you, wishing you Shabbat Shalom.